on this episode of The Game Quest. Wood and Chris find themselves in a pickle as they have one hell of a crummy day and end up getting into an argument.
Then he put up with me and Chris fighting like little girls.
Because that's...
Their luck gets worse as Chris's car breaks down and has to be towed. Oh, never mind. That was the last episode. Still funny though. Then later, things manage to get a little better for them as they start to find more than they can afford. All that and more on today's episode of The Game Chase. The NES Pursuit. No, that's not right. Where's the script? Ah, yes, The Game Quest.
So Chris and I head out a lot to markets, garage sales, shops, etc. You guys know. You've seen the show.
That's well behind us at this point. Wood just broke his 3DS.
I dropped my 3DS.
The screen is cracked. The screen is cracked. The screen is cracked.
So what you're going to see today is a mishmash of two different days, two different big events that happened that we've been wanting to make into a thing for a while and haven't really had a place for them. Starting with the day Chris and I had a fight.
So the day that Wood and I had a fight. This was a long time ago. It was like a year ago.
We were super tired because we woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is something we haven't done since, maybe even before 5 o'clock.
I'll put this one on me. This is fine. I have the bright idea of going to the markets super early.
First effing thing that happens is we get pulled over by the cops.
You know you're out really early when you get pulled over by the cops to be breathoed because there's still people coming home after a night out on the town the night before.
And we're sat there waiting for the cop to let us go because there's nothing wrong. We weren't speeding. He was just doing a random breath test to see if I'd been drinking the night before or the morning. And I hadn't been, obviously, because we were just a couple of nerds going out to find video games.
We're not actually open till 7 o'clock.
It said 6 online.
I know it says 6 o'clock. Sellers can come in at 6, but buyers don't come in until actually 7.
I'm pretty sure it was Chris.
It's their website.
The website said, fine, the website said that they open at like 6.
I just reach around Wood.
So we weren't allowed to walk around till 7, so we ended up getting to this market an hour early. And we just had to sit and wait in the car. And we were the only car in the car park, just waiting and getting more and more bored and wondering why we didn't just sleep that extra hour and a half in the morning.
This was an incredibly boring 40 minutes. I'm bored.
I'm bored. Now looking back, we probably should have just walked in, because who would have stopped us? So we walk around this market for a while and pretty much just waste everyone's time.
After being up ridiculously early, getting stuck by the cops, getting to the market way too early, sitting on our asses for an hour waiting for it, and then getting nothing. Did we get anything at all? Getting nothing.
We do, however, hit the next set of markets, and we're hoping to have some better luck here because I gotta tell you, we're not doing alright right now. So the first thing we find at this market that catches our eye that we would probably even want to pick up was the Game Boy, with all the Game Boy games in the case. Looked really fancy, everything was really minty, and everything was really expensive. Which is another thing that always pisses us off when we get to somewhere and we see something we really want and it's 3 times what it should ever be considered. to be retailing for. I did, however, manage to spot a Silent Hill 2 Collector's Edition for the PS2.
Would see straight away the Silent Hill 2 Collector's Edition, which I was actually really after, and I was a little pissed off. You can actually see I'm like staring around at this point, because I'm like, god damn it, I just missed out on this.
Yeah, I'm not selling that separate. No.
So that whole thing's $30?
Yeah.
He didn't want to split it from the PS2, and while I was trying to haggle him down and splitting it or separating it, I also had a Time Crisis for the PlayStation 1 in my hand that I wanted to pick up, which was only $5. Chris slipped his little slimy, skinny smoker hand through the gap that I was trying to talk to this guy about the PS2 games.
And then I actually looked down underneath where Wood is. I mean, he's looking at Silent Hill 2 up here. And underneath, there's actually a pile of controllers. And straight away, you know, you see colours first. Blue Nintendo 64 controller. You can see the moment I see it. I just like reach around Wood and just like reach around
and grabbed a blue 64 controller like a snake. That's just something that I would do usually.
Wood straight away, his eyes shoot down, sees what I've grabbed, and he sees the grey one and like grabs that less than a second after I've already grabbed this blue one. I don't know how he like locks onto things so quick. I mean, he missed it in the first place, but like he was quick because I was going to grab the grey one as well. I'm not gonna lie, I was going to steal them both.
What a conundrum. What a horrible conundrum.
And the guy only wanted $5 for those, so that was good. That was good. I wasn't mad at Chris for slipping his hand in and grabbing that. I mean, I wanted it, but that in no way was an instigation of the fight that was building up.
So if that's 5 and this is 5, you wouldn't do 15 if I bought that as well?
Yep.
Thank you. I already have the PlayStation.
So I had the Time Crisis in my hand, I had the $5 controller in my hand, and I said, look dude, would you throw in for $5 the Silent Hill 2, and he said yes. So that is actually a pretty damn good deal, but the look on my face didn't reflect that at all. I was still done. That in no way cheered me up, that in no way made me happier. I was still pissed that I had woken up this early just to get pulled over and have to wait in a car for an hour. A $5 controller ain't gonna make that okay.
Did you see the dude that like ran me over with a shopping cart? He's walking like this. Why the fuck does he have a shopping cart? He's walking like that with it. And I'm like trying to walk around him.
So, as a last-ditch effort, we figured we'd head to Marion Market on the way home.
Me, if this isn't just the worst day of our lives. We get caught in a traffic jam.
I don't just mean like there's a bit of a traffic jam. I mean they blocked the freaking road off.
And we were stuck there for at least 45 minutes.
This whole morning has been hindered by the police force.
That didn't help our spirits. This is all building as well to give you an idea. This is building towards how disgruntled we are. You can see it in our faces already. You can see it like from the moment we started filming, but now we were done.
40, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 each.
And the only thing at this store that catches my eye is Super Mario Bros. 3 boxed complete for the Game Boy Advance in very nice condition. Everything is inside is sealed. The little card that it came with is in there, all sealed up. It's very nice. Retails for a lot of money. I can't remember right offhand, but a lot of money. And you wanted, I think it was like 40 for it, maybe.
Really only that Game Boy thing?
Yeah.
But I'm like broke, as you know.
But looking through the games, I found Rayman for the PS1. There's a deal. Buy 2, get 1 free. Alright, I can make this work. I just got to find 2 more things that I want. I look through the Xbox 360 games and I find Far Cry 3. And this is where it gets interesting.
So I found this thing This Mario Brothers 3.
Now I need to find something else I want that's cheaper than that so I can get it for free. And I'm looking through, and honestly, I couldn't find anything that I really wanted at all.
Time for my side of the story. Now, it was a 2-for-1 sale, remember that while you listen to this story. Chris he looked through the store 100 times, he couldn't find anything else that he wanted. He couldn't find anything, he was just, I don't care about my free thing, I don't want my free thing, I just want to buy these 2 things. And I said, whoa Chris, slow up. Because there's this Mario 3 that I want.
Wood has found his Super Mario Bros. 3. Boxed, Game Boy Advance, mint condition, probably honestly the sexiest game on the whole table. And the dude wanted $40 for it.
Throw this in, we'll see what we can do. And the guy being nice, $40 for the lot.
Now his game's worth more than 50. My games are literally worth $20. I want to stress that because my games are worth $20.
Chris was about to spend somewhere around $26, $28 for his stuff. So when my stuff got thrown in, now it's $40. So I took the remainder out of that, saw $12, and then I'm like, you know what, I'll throw in a couple more bucks so that Chris gets his stuff cheaper, and I get this thing for $15. What a great deal for everyone, right?
I think $20 each. Totally fair, right? Everyone's happy, you know?
I get this amazing thing for $15 and Chris gets his stuff cheaper. That's how I saw things were going down.
I actually pulled $40 out of my wallet and I'm ready to pay.
So I was like, yeah, fine, let's do it. He said 40, I'm like, let's do it. Let's buy the game, fine, let's get out of here.
Like, I have $40 in my hand. I'm literally handing it to this dude. $20 each, and was like, what? No?
Well, no.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
26, 40, yeah.
What? What's that?
I don't want to pay 20 for it, so no.
Okay. Because I'll get like a third one free.
And I didn't want 20 each, so I said no. And then this whole situation spiraled out of control.
$20 each, man, come on. It's like, no, I don't have that much money. I just bought plane tickets to America. Not my problem. I'm not going to America, am I? Like, why do I have to subsidize your games?
Me and Chris couldn't come to any sort of agreement as to what I should be paying or he should be paying.
We sort of just stared at each other for about 30 seconds without saying anything.
I have it on record right now on camera that I acknowledge that I'm a dick.
And it was just clear that neither of us were backing down at this point.
So he ends up just grabbing a crappy copy of Worms, which he didn't even want to begin with, but it was better than nothing if he was getting something for free, I guess.
I wasn't gonna pay $25 for 2 games worth $20. I wasn't gonna do it.
We failed. That is, like, I reckon that is the only time that we've ever just completely up.
And I grabbed Worms. I like Worms. It's a $2 game, but I like Worms. Oh, alright. Boom, done. $26. Like, I did that really fast.
So I don't blame Chris for being wrong.
I was pissed off at Wood for even suggesting $15 because that's bull. That is bullshit.
That was a good price, but I'm broke.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he wanted me to pay 20, and I did that.
Fair enough.
And we just walk away.
We turn and walk away, and like the first thing Wood says to me in a very pissed off tone is, "I have no idea why you just done that."
You know how much it's worth?
Something I didn't really want that much.
You wanted that more than box of Mario 3 on Game Boy in mint condition with a sealed card.
No.
And we were just so passive-aggressively pissed at each other that we walked around the market again, and I came back and I was just standing by the stall looking like I was looking in a glass window like an orphan at a sandwich just trying to break this guy's heart down to give it to me $15 anyway outside of a deal, and he wouldn't do it.
Like we were done. We were going home.
I'm gonna admit, I was done. I got way too upset and way too pissed, and I was mad at Chris, and I could tell that Chris was mad at me because I was mad at him, and it was a whole circle, and we just left.
We did. We went home. Didn't speak at all on the way home. I feel really sorry for Jamie because he was just sitting in the back like, You know, this is like the second time he'd come out with us. He didn't know Wood that well.
Poor cameraman, even Jamie. Jamie has never come out with us again. I'm pretty sure that was the last time Jamie ever came out with us as a cameraman, because the morning was shitty, we woke up early, he was stuck in a car the whole time, then he put up with me and Chris fighting like little girls, and then we just wanted to go home.
There's just this crazy tension between us, and we dropped Jamie off, and then Wood dropped me off, and we were done. The end.
But yeah, we're okay now. Obviously, we've figured it out. We know we're on common ground with what happened, and we have reached an understanding as to what the both of us thought was happening at that time, and we're okay with it now. We've moved on. We're not gonna argue about that anymore, are we, Chris? Okay, so this is the second story. This is what we affectionately named Master Quest.
So this day started out really good. We didn't get up so early. We got up early. We didn't get up so early.
We found a lot of Master System stuff today. It just kept falling in our laps. And the first thing we found, or the first thing I spotted, was a Sonic the Hedgehog. How much did you have on that one? $2. Yeah, I'll do 2.
Case is in horrible condition. It's dirty. It's got stickers on it.
So this is a perfect example of just always asking the price. You walk over to something like this and you think it looks a bit crappy, so you go to walk away, but you ask the price, $2, that's a bargain. I don't care who you are right there. That's mates rates.
I would have offered $1 if I were you.
Nah, $2. You can't say no to $2.
Well, yeah, you can't. But I mean, if he says no to $1, you say no. You say yes to $2.
I was happy. Chris gave me for not haggling it down to $1, which I probably would have given him for if it was in reverse, but it was just $2. I was just happy to throw my coin at him and walk away.
That happened.
All of that.
120.
120.
There's a few Sega consoles and games all sort of bundled in. It's really messy.
Sonic, Pac-Man, Sonic, and I've never heard of that one.
The Black Master System, which I didn't have, I had the grey one, and there was the Mega Drive 2, which I didn't have. I had the original one.
I'd do it for 100 if you're interested.
And within about 10 seconds, she actually haggled herself down to 100.
I just completely forgot what the D meant, and I'm like, what is a D-pad?
I think I got it down to like 70. And down to 70, so it's whatever.
How much did you want on that Tetris DS as well?
10.
Would you do 5?
Yeah, go on.
Wood compulsively, of course, says, "Would you do 5?" He can't hear a price without offering a price he would want to pay. So I mean, I'm sort of trapped at this point, and yeah, whatever, $5 for it. And
Would you do 10 on Mario Kart DS?
Yeah, I'll do 10.
Alright, cool. Thank you.
And I saw this thing in the corner of my eye, and I said, "Hey, would you throw this in for 10?" I think I said, because she had 25 written on it. The thing with that is I got home and I tried playing the game and it wouldn't work in my DS, and I took it out and had a good look at it, and I can't quite remember now what was wrong with it. It said it was a USA cart, but it didn't work at all. It didn't register as a game. So that was throwing $10 down the drain.
Mario.
Yep, Mario's in there. Hang on.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
alright, now we're talking. I was like, yeah, that was a pretty good deal. I was happy with it. You were like, yeah, it was alright. Like, you totally weren't sold on the deal. Like,
Any time we spend more than $10 on anything, like game, console, rare item, I always think that we could have done better, or that we spent too much money. I hate spending money. But reflecting on it, damn, that's good.
Hold me down and rub chilies on my lips.
There's a market that we have been to once before called Paddy's Market.
been around, we're getting ready to leave, and this other lady rocks up and pulls a car up in front of their shed and opens this shed up. I'm like, oh, we have to have a look in there, of course. I think Wood starts jogging across the car park.
Lo and behold, there was a boxed Master System with a bunch of games, and an Atari game, and everything that a couple of game hunters could ever want to find in a shed.
Damn! That's a lot of games.
I think I even said shotgun the box Atari game because I still hadn't noticed the Master System at that point. Wood just laughs and says, shotgun the box Master System.
Shotgun the Atari game.
Shotgun the Master System in box.
So we look at this thing and we ask her how much she wants for it, and she said she wanted 70.
So if we got the coins, would you do 75 with the Atari game in there as well?
Okay then.
This is an amazing deal. It's $70 for a box system plus a bunch of games. You can't beat that. You really, really, really can't beat that. So let's beat that.
They went in last week, they went.
I only have a 50 on me. Can we do 50?
No, because they only just come in and...
Wood was playing the old I only got $50 left card, and we tried to haggle hard on this one. We were really trying to get this price down. This is probably harder than we normally try to haggle. We went backwards and forwards quite a bit, and she wasn't budging.
We bought a lot of stuff for a decent amount of money. It was a good day.
We get to the car, and we pull it all out. We set it all up on the back of my car. Rest in peace.
Well, that's perfect. I'll check that in a second.
This was a lot better than the first part of this thing. I don't know how to explain this.
That's good.
When we first went out, we were really competing for games. It felt like it was a competition between us.
And we screwed up. We didn't know how to be collectors together. We had conflicting interests. We didn't really know what each other was collecting or how we were collecting.
Whereas now we've both settled into our things we want to collect.
He's not going to take my stuff, and I'm not going to take his stuff. That I'm going to give him shit for buying Atari. He's going to give me shit for buying Nintendo. And
Oh, the game's in there. That sucked.
Damn, is there a manual?
That's a really nice addition, actually. If that wasn't Atari, that'd be so cool.
Awesome. I'm happy.
We got a good thing going on now.
it's not about the games you buy. It's the friends that you make along the way. It's whatever. We wanted to have a look. It's 10 minutes out of the way. We're here. We're queer. Let's get it done. We had to reach around already. We can say queer at this point.
I mean, I was still reaching around for a 64 controller.
If you guys enjoyed this episode and you want to see more and more often, because the biggest thing here is how often we can actually put out these episodes, head over to our Patreon page and check out some of the rewards and some of the goals. The best way we can describe what this actually is, it's like an ongoing Kickstarter, so you can pledge like $1 a month, something like that, and you get a bunch of perks and rewards.
100% of what you donate as well will go towards the show, making the show better, making it more regular. It's not like we're just getting that so we can eat pizza after we edit. It's actually, we want to get a lot more gear.
But if anything, if we can improve some of the equipment so the episodes you do get are that much better, that's fantastic. Otherwise, let's try and get more of these episodes made, because I know you guys love them and I'd love to make more of them.
Thank you.
Thanks, really appreciate it. Thanks. The link's in the description below. Let's go hang out, Chris.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going home.